The first biblical reference to the 7 archangels is found in the book of Enoch, a book from some Jewish traditions that is widely rejected by the churches. These protagonists vary slightly depending on the text and the faith. But the common denominator is that the archangels are both the messengers of God and the powerful weapons of heaven. We've already seen on this channel that these celestial beings are not salty creatures with baby faces that radiate an aura of calm as seen in the cherubic art of the Renaissance. The archangels are warriors in heaven and on earth. There are stories of archangels fighting against demons that span across many cultures. There are even stories of fears about archangels attacking humans. Today we will study some of the occasions when archangels were far from being the celestial entities that children normally. Imagine they are. I'm El Documentalista and this is 12 stories of terrifying archangels. Number 1. Satan was once an archangel named Lucifer. When it comes to battles, the archangels Michael and Lucifer go way back. When Lucifer's pride took over him, he decided to organize a full rebellion against God. He and 1/3 of the angel population launched a war in heaven for the coveted throne. Michael wasn't having any of this nonsense, and he and his angels rose up against the threat. In a war that ended with Michael literally delivering the blow and casting the rebels out of heaven, Lucifer was thrown from heaven to earth and was labeled as Satan, which means the adversary. This was also the time when Lucifer was first called the devil, which means accusé. Number 2. Rafael buried a demon alive in the desert. The book of Enoch tells of Raphael's battle with the demon Azazel, and Azazel's fate at the hands of the archangel is much worse than death. Under God's orders, Raphael tied the demon's hands and feet, found a hole full of rocks, threw him in it, and buried him alive in the desert where Azazel waits to be thrown into the fire and burned alive. Tie Azazel's hands and feet and throw him into the darkness, and make an opening in the desert where he is and throw him in there. And place rough and jagged rocks over him and cover him with darkness and leave him there forever and cover his face so that he does not see the light. And on the day of the great judgment he will be thrown into the fire. Number 3. An archangel was sent to torment Moses. Some say it was a real desire to kill Moses, while others claim it was just a tactic to scare him. There is a peculiar story of an angel of the Lord, believed to be Uriel, who was sent to torment and essentially scare Moses. Apparently, Moses and his wife Zipporah had not yet circumcised their son. And this was a great offense to God, since circumcision is dictated in the book of Genesis. Moses was supposedly milliseconds away from being killed when his wife took a sharp rock, circumcised their son, and threw the foreskin at her husband's feet. Then Moses was saved. Number 4. Gabriel will take away your voice if you don't want to listen to him. The recurring theme throughout many religious texts is that angels are messengers of God as well as terrifying forces. In his own right, Archangel Gabriel was tasked with announcing the birth of John the Baptist to Zechariah. When Zechariah's initial reaction was one of protest, Gabriel's anger quickly intensified. I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God, and I have been sent to speak to you and bring you this good news. But now, because you did not believe my words, you will be mute, unable to speak until the day these things happen. Number 5. Uriel flooded the earth to get rid of the children of the angelic unions. Although he wasn't the only one who was against the idea of fallen angels taking human wives to reproduce, the Archangel Uriel was one of the 4 who spoke up and asked for divine intervention in the matter. Basically, Uriel and his group of holier-than-thou types were not at all happy with humans and angels mating and producing a race of hybrid giants known as the Nephilim. Nobody was taking it easy either. Even humans were considered guilty of contaminating humanity with these unions, and ignorance was not an acceptable excuse. The existence of these hybrid abominations and the desire to rid the world of them led to a great flood to cleanse the earth. Here will be the angels who have joined with women and their spirits, taking on many different forms. They are corrupting humanity and will lead them to sacrifice to demons as if they were gods. They will be here until the day of the great judgment, when they will be judged until they are brought to an end. And the women of the angels who went astray will become sirens. Number 6. Samael tried to kill a baby while Saul was in the womb. The conflict between the twin brothers Jacob and Esau began in the womb. There was a disagreement about who would be born first and who would inherit the earth. The Archangel Samael, often called the Angel of Death, decided to intervene and actually intended to murder the baby Jacob while he was still in his mother's womb. Once again, Michael intervened and saved the day. So he fully intended to burn Samael, but God decided they should settle their differences in court. Each of them performed different but necessary functions. Number 7. The Archangel of Destruction tried to wipe out Jerusalem. It was during the reign of King David that one of the Lord's angels went out to destroy Jerusalem. The archangels lead supernatural armies in bloody battles and are prepared for Armageddon, but it is believed that they cannot act on their own. With that in mind, logically, it would follow that the order to destroy Jerusalem had to come from God. But in this case, it was God who stopped the angel from carrying out the mission of mass destruction. And when the angel stretched out his hand toward Jerusalem to destroy it, the Lord relented from the calamity and told the angel who was destroying the people, "That's enough now, stop your hand." And the angel of the Lord stopped. Number 8. The Hebrew Bible tells of several cases in which the Lord sent his angel of death to eliminate the enemies of the Israelites. While the killing of all Egypt's firstborn during what is now known as Passover is the most famous, an even greater one took place. The angel saved Jerusalem from an invasion by Sennacherib's army in the year 701 before Christ. But no, without a brutal bloodbath, because a total of 185,000 men were completely annihilated in a single night by the angel of death. Nine Belial caused a massacre among other Belial angels. The personification of evil in the Jewish faith became a demon in his own right, one of Satan's best, no less. He was created right after Lucifer and was one of the first to join the revolt against God. Michael and his angelic army faced Belial, each winning 3 battles of indescribable carnage. During the 7th battle, God intervened, ensuring that Michael prevailed and that Belial and his angels of destruction were destroyed. However, this victory is attributed to Michael. This is the day appointed by him for the defeat and overthrow of the prince of the kingdom of evil. And he will send eternal help to the company of his redeemed by the power of the angel, prince of the kingdom of Michael. With eternal light, he will joyfully illuminate the children of Israel. Peace and blessing will be with the company of God. He will raise the kingdom of Michael among the gods and the kingdom of Israel among all flesh. Righteousness will rejoice in the heights, and all the children of his truth will celebrate in eternal knowledge. And you, the children of his covenant, be strong in the trial of God. His mysteries will endure until he moves his hand for his trials to come to an end. Number 10. The Archangel Jofiel expelled Adam and Eve. Although he is not mentioned very often, the Archangel Jofiel once played a major role in biblical history. Because it is said that Jofiel was the one who guarded the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden. Armed with his flaming sword of great supernatural power, he cast Adam and Eve out of the only home they had ever known after God's rules were broken. Number 11. Azrael has 4,000 wings. Azrael is the Archangel of Death in Islam, similar to the concept of a Grim Reaper in Judeo-Christian traditions. He is described as having 4 faces and 4,000 wings. His entire body is covered with eyes and tongues, the number of which corresponds to the number of humans in the earth. And finally, number 12, Miguel fights against the devil for souls. According to Jude 9, the Archangel Miguel fought against the devil for the soul of the great Moses. The devil decided that Moses was his for the taking, on the grounds that Moses killed an Egyptian before the Exodus. However, nobody up above agreed with this. Moses was a servant of the Lord, and the Lord sent Michael to save him, both body and soul, from the clutches of the devil. I am El Dogmentalista, and this was 12 Stories of Terrifying Archangels.